Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video today on the channel, and today I'm going to do a bit of a speculation video again. In this speculation video, if you've seen the title and my little opening, this is going to be about the new Scream movie, Scream 6. Now, I had actually wanted to make this video for a while. I had thought of this theory ever since, I think, Scream 5 and even the announcement of a Scream 6, and sort of like what they're going for, the plot, the synopsis and stuff. And I wanted to bring it into you guys' attention because I actually think it's actually a pretty valid idea, and I think there are some certain things that actually do give this theory, weight. But also, take into account, this is literally just me saying, you know what, that would be cool if it was this. Because I'm a huge fan of the Scream movies, if you can tell. But I thought this would be a really funny and good video to make, because I actually think it has a good idea all around. Another big reason I wanted to make this video is the Scream 6 trailer just came out, or the teaser. It looks pretty good, I'm really excited for it, and that's kind of what gave me the spark to make this video for you. So first, I'm actually just going to discuss this big theory with you I have, and then I'm going to kind of, along the way, give you sprinkles of information about the movie that make me think it will go in this direction, and we'll just have a good conversation about it all around. The first point I want to make about Scream 6 that I think is going to happen is that I don't think this Scream movie is only going to have 2 killers. I think that this movie is going to have way more than 2. I think this movie potentially could get at least 4 killers, and I'm going to explain why I think that right now. So if you don't know, Scream 6 isn't going to be centered in Woodsboro like it usually is, the small town. It's actually going to go to New York City, which is a really weird direction for the franchise to go on paper because we've always been in Woodsboro, so why go now? And that brings me to the idea of, in every horror movie, especially horror remake sequels, they always go bigger. That is a big thing. So I think a big part of this movie will be the fact that it is going bigger and it is going out of its comfort zone, I guess you could say, because New York City is completely alien for the franchise. This franchise has never went there before, so I definitely think it's a little way of them kind of branching out of this universe, not gonna lie, and just giving us more, and I think that's actually going to apply with the killers as well, because New York is a big place, so why not incorporate different killers, 4 to 5 different killers, and I'm going to explain to you what their motives are in a second, but I think that in general this film is going to have way more than 2. I think that it is a surefire bet that it will have more than 2 killers to some extent. But another really big detail I actually want to get into is that in this movie, this is set photos, I'll put them up on screen if I can find them. There are some set photos in this movie that there is going to be a ghost face style museum, and this museum would probably be I guess you could say memorials for some of the victims, and maybe explaining it, because this has happened before a lot throughout the Scream movies, because they're actually based upon true events in this universe. So they make this museum a way to commemorate these awful killings, and not to mention there are stab movies in the Scream universe that are directly based off of the real-life incidents from the movie. And like I said, in this movie, there's going to be this museum, and in this museum, they're going to have all the different ghost face masks, all the different killers, identities and all that. And I'm just going to call it right now. I think that all those masks at some point are going to be stolen and be worn by the actual killers. And I think this is going to be a cool way of them tying it back to the legacy of Scream, even though Sidney Prescott actually isn't going to be in the movie, if you don't know. So I think this would be an interesting way of kind of tying the gap between the legacy of these killers and then also bringing it to the new age with these newer characters. But that also leads to one thing. Why are the killers stealing all these masks? Why are they killing people? What is the motivation here? And I think, and I'm going to propose something big, and a lot of people are probably going to be like, what? This is actually an idea, I'm pretty sure, I'll try and find the article, was actually thought about, but I think that this is honestly the perfect place to do this, and I really like the idea, so I'm going to put it forward. I am proposing that this movie could potentially see a cult of Ghostface. Allow me to explain what I mean by that. I am proposing that a group of people will dress up in Ghostface costumes and literally have basically no motivation besides one thing, which I will talk about, and just kill people. But why are these people killing people? Because I think this movie is going to be the reintroduction of Stu, Matthew Lillard's character from the very first Scream movie, and was actually Billy Loomis's accomplice in that first movie. I think he will 100% be back in this movie. It was always left unclear in the first film if he actually died from his accident. Honestly, it really doesn't seem like he should have died, so a lot of people have been thinking maybe he's still out there, maybe he's in prison, maybe after the events of the first film he actually somehow got away. We never really saw that aftermath. So I think there's a genuine, really good theory there that's saying that he is alive somewhere, in prison or not in prison. And in this movie, I think Stu is going to kind of be the mastermind behind all of this. I think that maybe Stu will be going after our main protagonist, since she is Billy Loomis's daughter. But I think that there is some genuinely good, really good ideas in that idea of getting Billy Loomis's daughter to go with Stu and to team up, or maybe Stu is trying to kill her for some reason. I don't know why, but, you know, it's an idea. It's a cool idea, I think. And I also think this idea fits with an idea that the Scream movies usually go for, and is having somewhat commentary on certain things. Like in Scream 5, it was very much a commentary on toxic fan bases, and how certain people, you can change something about a franchise, some people are going to like it, but some people are going to get really upset about it because they view it as their childhood. And that's a thing that the fifth film really relied on, is that idea, and that's kind of how the killers like come together, is that idea of toxic fan bases. So taking the idea of these Scream movies actually going for those sort of messages, I think this could be a really good message for people idolizing serial killers. Especially as of recently in the news, like, you know, when Dahmer came out, like the new Netflix show, a lot of people were like, disgusting as it sounds, like getting into him. Like, it was really friggin' weird. These people were in some ways idolizing him, thirsting over him. It was weird. It was really weird. But these are people that exist. So why not play on the idea in a Scream movie? I think that would make a lot of sense. And I think in the Scream movies, I think Stu would be the perfect example of that, being this crazy over-the-top serial killer, and people idolizing him for some reason in some way. And that could be like commentary for the real things that really happen in the world. Like, people actually idolize serial killers. Like when the Zac Efron movie, Ted Bundy, I think it was the Ted Bundy movie. Or even with this Dahmer situation. I think that is an interesting idea, and I think that they will take advantage of, and I think this is an idea that Scream could go for, and I think it should go for it too, because it's an actually pretty good message and theme that this is just not okay. But yeah, that was just my really quick video on this sort of topic. It was just a little theory I had going into 6 and 7, because I think the 6 and 7 will be the end of the Scream franchise, so I think that making this video and just putting it out there, if I get it right somehow, would be quite funny, and then I can tell everyone in the comments I said so. All 37 of you that watch my videos, so, you know. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you like what you saw here, feel free to like and subscribe down below. It really shows your support towards the channel. And I will see you all next time. See ya.